in the semester that COVID ruined a lot of our lives. And we didn't really get much done that semester, honestly. And then last year, we did try to do our best. But again, we basically was relegated to finding speakers. And so that is what I'll pretty much go over right now. So our main purpose, though, is to examine and try to tackle issues of diversity and inclusion within the veterinary field. So we're trying to do this by discussing like how we can introduce diversity and inclusion in both like the pre-vet med and vet school and other veterinary areas, both through our own individual efforts and by like structural changes that maybe we can't do very easily, but things that we think should happen. By finding and inviting general speakers for general body meetings that have diverse backgrounds in veterinary medicine, and to discuss both their work and their experiences in the field. By planning outreach programs that will encourage those in underrepresented groups to give vet med occupations consideration that they might not have otherwise. And to promote PVMA to students that haven't joined the club for any number of reasons. And then so like last year, I think we'll be continuing with bi-weekly meetings, but this time in person, hopefully. And then for people that can't make the meetings or would rather not come to in-person meetings, I will try to record them and offer, or probably as well as offer an option to like join us via Zoom. And then our first meeting will actually be this Saturday, the 4th, and it should be at 5 p.m. in room 416 of Basin Dublin Library, which is the one that Terabyte is in. If you know where that is, you can just look it up on the map. But I wanted to have our meetings be in Thompson Library. So if we do move the place that we're meeting, I'll tell everyone in the group me and maybe in our emails too. So if you do want to join the group me and haven't already, there is the QR code. That's pretty much it. Oh wait, sorry. The thing I asked you about. So each meeting that you attend, I think just like last year, we'll give you a point of participation. So just like all the other things that was listed earlier, this as well.
Yeah, if I may, I'd like to say something else about D&I committee too. We, like Sunil said, had been trying to get it off the ground for several years, and last year we made some really good strides in the D&I committee. Under our leader Ashley, we had this great meeting where we brought in a bunch of students, a diverse panel from actually OSU vet school that shared experiences that they've had with us, like in school, shadowing in clinics, working in vet med that were discriminatory, and they shared with other non-minority students what they can be doing to help combat that. It was a really important discourse, I feel like, for everybody in PVMA, because it does not get talked about enough. The vet med profession is notorious for not being diversified. So anybody that is remotely interested, please come to D&I committee. It's very important. All the conversations that we have are crucial for the future of the industry. So that starts with you guys. So please come on out. It's a great time.
And I would definitely say too, if you're interested, hit up that QR code for our group meet, because it's the easiest way that we communicate with you guys. I would say for both diversity inclusion, as well as shift, which Jacob's going to go over with our mental health community, and just our PVMA group meet for our general body as a whole. That's just our group meet is the easiest way, easiest mode of communication. So if you guys want to use that, definitely go for it.
All right, so like I said, I'm Jacob, mental health chair this year for PVMA, and essentially what we're aiming as a community for mental health is just to support you guys in any way possible. Keep a positive mental attitude and a healthy mental state throughout the year. We know how stressful it can be. Schoolwork, work, you guys are getting close to application time. A lot of stress is going to come at you guys within the next 4 years if you're freshmen. And we want to be able to be here to support you guys through that. Don't feel like you guys are alone at any point. If you guys ever need anything, please reach out to me or any of the members on exec. We'd all be more than happy to talk to you about anything at any time. If you guys ever need any resources such as counselors or anything, OSU has tons to offer. So again, reach out. I'll go over this more in like shift meetings as well, but we can always get you guys in contact with either counselors or just resources that can help you. The shift meetings are going to be weekly meetings. They're going to be on Sunday from 6 to 7. As of now, I'm just going to have them on Zoom. That may change. If it does, I'll make sure I let everybody know. But the shift meetings are confidential meetings. So if you guys come to them, they're not going to be recorded. They're not going to be sent out or anything. The only people that are going to know what's talked about is the people who attend. And it's essentially just a time for you guys to vent. If you guys have any questions, need to get anything off your chest, as well as I'll be providing certain mental health resources or kind of like tips and tricks in certain meetings. Just to try to help you guys out. Throughout the semester, we will have 3 mental health based events. As of now, the first one is October 10th. We're going to do a hike at 9 a.m. at one of the metro parks. I haven't figured out which one yet, but I'll make sure that either gets in an email or in a group with you guys. And I'm still in the process of planning the other 2. And then, like Chloe said, we do have a group meet for shift specifically. I'm not as technologically advanced as Sunil, so I don't know how to make a QR code. So if you guys want to join it, there is a link in our main body group meet. If you guys are just joined and don't have it or whatever, just email me. I'll make sure I get it sent to you if that's something you guys are interested in. And then if you guys do attend shift meetings, again, that will give you guys a point in the point system. So that is something that interests you guys.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll also include the QR codes for both shift as well as for diversity inclusion committee as well on all of our emails that we send out every week. So you guys can expect that on there. And then lastly, kind of just wanted to give you guys a few things to look forward to for this upcoming semester. Being we have a bunch of things coming up for this semester and the next, being fundraisers and socials, and then volunteering events. And I'm gonna have Kayla and Sophia kind of talk a little bit about those.
All right, so for social events, we're gonna have a few this semester, but we've got one planned, that's application night. It's kind of like a discussion forum type of way, question and answers. We'll have some vet students and some seniors who've gone through applications. That's gonna be at the Browning Amphitheater, September 20th, it's a Monday, 7 to 8. And as for the fundraiser, we have a Chipotle fundraiser planned. That's going to be a little bit further out, October 27th. That's going to be, I think it's 5 to 9, and we have a meeting here that night in the middle of that, so you can get it before or after. And we'll have some other social events planned later.
Alrighty, as vice president, I'm in charge of all the service events for our club. So far, first off, it'll be in our next email, the Pre-Vet Survival Guide. For those of you who were around last year, we kind of sent it out at the tail end of the semester, but we'd love to give everyone another chance. It's basically just a way to help new pre-vet students get more comfortable here. And it's a really easy way for you to earn a point or to get involved for those of you who are even like slightly considering running for exec next year, or just looking to achieve active member status. Next up, I have to be the match registry on there. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's basically like a bone marrow donation that you could be selected for, but you just swab your cheek and then your DNA is put into a bank, so that way in the future you could be chosen to help someone out. And I just think that's really important to get involved in the healthcare field, because we all know how important the One Health Initiative is these days. And then I also have the Middle Ohio Food Collective, so it's essentially a food bank, and they work a lot with Kroger, helping underprivileged people afford groceries in case they were in need. I think it's a really awesome opportunity for us to help out locally, and there will be a carpool set up for that as well. We're just solidifying dates. We're working on a few other things too for the semester, but just getting excited. If you guys have any causes that you're really passionate about, feel free to come to me. If you want to help plan an event, I'd love to work with you guys.
And that goes not like even just for volunteering events, but also for speakers, for anything. We try and like send out some polls here and there throughout the semester just to see like what you guys are interested in, what specialties you guys might want to hear about. And then depending on your guys' feedback, we try and bring in speakers that align with that. So if you guys have any like interest ever in something specific, let us know and we'll try and make it happen. So yeah, so that is pretty much everything. So just for the last half of this meeting, I just wanted to do kind of a little bit of an icebreaker with you all and kind of help you guys get to know each other. So we have some beach balls up here with just questions on them. We're gonna break up into probably 2 or 6 very big groups. I'm gonna have you guys count off 1 to 6 and we can get those going. So let's just start over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2,
Great.
4, Okay, cool. All right, you guys, perfect. Well, let's just kind of go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sound good? You guys can leave your stuff too. Just leave your stuff and just kind of fill out. Yes, but it's fine.
5, 6, 4,
I think it's 1.
another 1.
Okay, I'll
All right. You guys still there? Anybody hear me? Hello. All right. So we're gonna try to do some Zoom icebreakers, which I know is not quite the same, but that way we can at least kind of start getting to know each other and you guys can feel, you know, a little bit like you're here in person. Give me just a second. So if you guys want to unmute, that's fine. If you want to send your answers in the chat, that's fine too. Or if you just want to sit back and watch, that's fine as well. Okay. Oh, these are fun. All right, first question, and this is going to be more of a chat-based question because it kind of seems like that's the way we want to go with this. So the first one is, what is your most used emoji? So if you want to send that in the chat, see kind of what we can get going on here. Oh, the crying one kind of makes me sad. Hopefully it's like the ironic crying, but I know first week of classes, going back to in person a little more has probably been rough for everyone. Squiggly mouth emojis on here, that's a bummer. And then if you guys want, I guess maybe we should have started here, but if you want to send your like name, major, year, anything else you want to include about yourself, just kind of, you know, general things, see who we've got, so you can find anyone to relate to. Animal science, classic. Zoology, that's fun. Vet med minor, I didn't even know that was a minor that we had, so that's cool. Animal science, ooh, business minor, that's creative. Makes sense. Ooh, pharmaceutical sciences, all right, okay. Let's see. Animal sciences, a classic, can't go wrong. Agribusiness, all right, okay, I see y'all. All right, well, cool. It's like we got an interesting crowd here. Definitely a lot of different majors and years. I'm glad to see it. Here's a fun one. I know a lot of us made like pandemic purchases and we just like order random stuff on Amazon. So what is your favorite item you've bought this year? Impulse buys. 72-inch tall cat tower. And do you have cats, Elizabeth? Okay, that you do have cats. Makes sense, but you never know. Between roller skates and my puppy. You know, that's fair. Do you roller skate around campus? Housemates with Bailey Ward, rad. She's around here somewhere. There's a lot of people here in person. Good turnout. And I'm glad we have more on Zoom too. A cat planner, like a cat themed, I like it. I dig it. Haven't skated for about 2 weeks. Wow, lots of creative things up in here. I'm here for it. Kara, do you have cats?
Yeah, we have 4. We have 4 back at home. I don't have any on campus, unfortunately.
That's fair. They don't really let that slide. Albo monster, like that, is that a plant, Delaney? I think I recognize that. I'm a big fan of houseplants. I bought many houseplants this year. Especially in the winter, like when like all the leaves are off the trees and the grass is kind of like gray rather than green. I buy lots of houseplants. They sort of struggle busting in the summer when I'm just like, yeah, you're fine. Angel wing neon lights, that's rad.
This is my sheep grass. It's called sheep fescue and it's in a sheep pot. Just because we were talking about plants, but
I love it. I love it. I love when people share their plants with me. What kind of grass did you say it was?
it's called sheep fescue. We just used it in my biology lab last semester for some reason. So
All right. I see it. I see.
Okay, e-board members, rotate clockwise. Just the e-board members.
You guys still get to hang out with me. There's a lot happening in this room. I'm kind of in 2 meetings at once. It's a gig. All right. Ooh, this one's fun. What sport would you compete in if you were in the Olympics? If you could just be good at like anything, or if you're like actually good at something and think you might have a chance at going to the Olympics, whatever. Skiing. I've never been skiing. It looks like a lot of fun, but I'm not sure that I can pull it off. Ice skating. I want to go ice skating. It looks like so much fun, and I'm not the most graceful person, but I do my best. Yes, Olympic skateboarding. I heard that was like a new thing this year. And you know, I'm here for it. I also have 2 Zoom windows open at once. So I had my phone up so I could see what was happening when I was standing at the front of the room. And I just realized some of you have been DMing me and I just kind of let you hanging. So I apologize. Bobsledding is cool. It just looks like hardcore like sled riding. All right, here's one. This is a classic, and I feel like everyone has a go-to answer. What would your superpower be and why? Talking to animals, that's true. That'd be a good one. Very practical. Flying, I agree. Invisibility, amazing, classic. There's so much you could do with that. Stop time. That'd be rad and also terrifying, I think. Or walk through things, that too. Or both at the same time. Like a ghost, basically. Oh, here's one. Here's one for us pre-vet people. What breed of dog would you be? I think I would definitely be a golden retriever. Sophia has her 4 paws for ability dog here, and he's a golden retriever. His name is Anthem, and he is just the sweetest. Black Labradoodle. I got to play with a couple Labradoodles this morning. Just like gigantic teddy bears. It's too cute. Husky. Huskies have so much energy. So much. Oh, your roommate's one of Anthem's sitters. That's so cute. He's right here right now. I also found Bailey. She's right over there. Border Collie. Border Collies are smart and gorgeous. I could be a Border Collie for sure. Border Collie. Dobermans are like the just goofiest looking dogs, and I adore it. So here's one, a little more less, I don't want to say less fun, but like more practical, more personal. What field of veterinary medicine do you guys hope to go into? If you know. If you don't know yet, that's fine. And that's kind of what we're here for. Companion animal surgery, rad. Foreign animal disease control. I feel it, Elizabeth. That's kind of what made me get into the field after getting my first degree. Large animal or exotic shelter med is super cool. I volunteer at a shelter, and I didn't think that it would be that interesting, but it's actually super duper rad. We had a shelter med vet come speak last year, and it's fascinating what they do with shelter medicine. Veterinary pharmacology, that tracks is your major. That's cool. Companion animal or ortho surgery, rad. Yeah, we had some specialists come speak at our meetings, and it's just every single field is fascinating. Like I came into this thinking like I just want to do exotics. That's all I want to do. That's all I'm ever going to do, not even considering anything else. And then I joined PVMA, and all these super cool people came in and started talking about other super cool jobs, and I was like, I want to do them all. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Right, if you could be any supernatural creature, what would you be and why? Mermaid, 2 mermaids right off the bat. Like y'all have that plan. Dragon. Okay, so I watched Twilight for the first time the other day. Feel like I've been missing out for like the last 10 years of my life. I don't know why I waited so long.
Did you like it? Like how
I did. I didn't think I would like it, but it was really like it. I was intrigued. I'm ready to watch like the next 2 or whatever right now.
Did you only watch the first one?
Yeah, just because that's all I had time to watch. I was like staying up way later than I should have been. Twilight version vampire. Yes, I'm here for it. Where are you all hoping to go to vet school? If you could go, like, what's your number 1 choice? If you could go anywhere. If you got into every vet school, Cornell, solid choice for sure. OSU. We all here, you know. UC Davis. I looked at UC Davis just because I'm like, I kind of want to go to California. Not for the fact that it's, you know, a good school or anything, just because I want to go to the West Coast. Yes, go Buckeyes. I may end up staying here. Who knows? Tufts. All right, rad. I also looked at Royal Veterinary College and like University of Sydney, maybe. You know, maybe go abroad, pop out of the country for a few years. Who knows? Ross. I didn't know Ross was expensive. I mean, that's kind of the move with all vet school, right? Like, I want to do this until, oh, those student loans, though. Okay. Didn't take the GRE or physics. Yeah, that's me with a lot of stuff. Like, part of the reason I am considering Ohio State over every other school is because they don't require nearly as many classes or tests or prereqs. So it's definitely a lot easier for me. Planning on doing a PhD. Rad, what do you want to get your PhD in? Epidemiology, that's rad. Let's see. Yeah, the financial aid and the scholarships really does determine. Okay, if you could have any animal for a pet, what would it be? Any animal. Don't just like restrict yourself to companion animals. If you want a tiger as a pet, have at it. Monkey, red panda, cute. A monkey would be a lot of fun. I feel like it's just like a toddler forever. Elephant, that'd be rad. Frog, any specific kind of frog? A manatee. Man, a manatee, taking care of that would be a challenge for sure. Trying to find an aquarium. Dumpy white tree frog. I love it. Do any of you have any pets, like either back home or, you know, here in Columbus if you don't live on campus or anything like that? I have a dog who's a black lab, and he is the sweetest. My phone's gonna die or else I
My
should.
cat.
Aw,
She's
kitty. Oh, 7-month-old English bulldog. That's cute. 4-paws dog. A 19-year-old cat. A chin.
We have an English Mastiff.
Oh, I love Mastiff. Okay, also Haley, do you have a chinchilla and a Doberman? Or is chinchilla Doberman a breed of dog that I am unfamiliar with? Cat named chinchilla. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, oh, it must be some new like boutique breed or something. A leopard gecko. I love leopard geckos. I know like a 6-year-old who has a leopard gecko and he named him Raspberry Cake, Razzie for short. 3 snakes, 3 cats. I love, like, have recently developed an obsession with lizards, and I think everyone just has to have that phase at some point in their life. Pascal, precious name, love it. Is anyone taking like any exciting classes this semester? Like anything you're super jazzed about or anything that you're like kind of dreading, honestly? Like I was supposed to take OChem.
OChem?
No. I literally dropped it for the time being. I was like, we'll try again this spring.
It's not going well, but if I drop it, I'll be at 6 credit hours.
Completely fair. Got to keep that full-time status, you know.
If
I feel
anybody
it.
in here is good at OChem,
Send
Please.
them your way. It ain't me. A skydiving class? Is that a thing? It's nice to meet you, Delaney. Hopefully we'll see you again in a couple weeks. Well, that is so, like, do you like, what all does the skydiving class entail? Like, do you just go like skydiving once a week? Or do you like, I know like you have to go like tandem skydiving, like the first time you do it, and then you can like learn to do it by yourself. Do you like learn to do it by yourself thing? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna unmute for this because it's kind of
Amazing.
a long explanation.
I'm here for it.
But
I'm
so
intrigued.
basically, it's like it's in 2 weeks when I have class, and I have class 3 days, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m. But before you even go to class, you have to like sign all the waivers and everything. And then so back in May, I secured my spot in the class, and it was like $60 to do that. And then if you want to skydive, I don't know if it's for the field trip in general, but I think it's just for if you want to actually jump. You have to like you have to pay for the skydive, but it's like half off compared to a regular price. And then you have to like pass your test beforehand, and then you can jump. So like you do that the day of your jump. Yeah, so it's I'm excited. I hope I pass.
That is
But
so
basically,
cool.
yeah, from what I like saw in the video, is you don't jump, you kind of jump with somebody. So like there's 2 trainers that are holding on to you, and then when you deploy your chute, they like let go.
Wow. That
So,
is so rad.
Yeah,
I've always wanted
I'm
to go, like I've
excited.
never been skydiving, but I've always wanted to do it. I feel like that might be the way to go.
I had like 1 credit hour left to get to 18, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take it.
Heck yeah, man. Take risks. I thought about like you have to have like a class like that every once in a while, you know, that just like
I'm taking yoga, so it's kind of like that,
for
but
sure.
you know, a little more mellow.
Just a scooch. You stay on the ground for the
I'm
most
still
part.
excited about it though. Like it's gotta
Yeah.
be a good time.
Yeah, I love yoga's always been one of those things for me that like when I do it, I'm like, this is so relaxing. I should really be doing this every day. And then like a year and a half later, I'll finally like pull out my yoga mat again.
Yeah, I missed my first 2 yoga classes because I'm in university quarantine.
Hey, we love to see it.
I'm just like, I want to go to yoga. I'm dying inside, please.
Just need some of that, like, you know, meditation and relaxation and all that. Yeah, those are all super fun classes. Well, that's cool. I loved OCAM. Well, that's encouraging, honestly, that you loved OCAM because Gen
That's
Chem.
one person I've met besides Andrea Baldwin. And I think she
Fair.
says it because it's her job.
Right. Gen Chem kind of killed my spirit for chemistry a little bit, but OChem at least doesn't have a lab. That you have to,
Okay.
I'm on Zoom. Yes.
Alright, you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you everyone for coming out just for this introductory meeting. We're excited to get this semester rolling. If anyone hasn't signed in, I'm gonna come over here to this back corner and with the laptop so you guys can sign in before you go. So yeah, if you have any questions, exec board members will be just up here if you guys need any questions answered. But thank you so much for coming, and you guys are all good to go. Have a super good weekend and everything.
All right, guys, everyone here is rolling out, so we can go ahead and wrap up here. It was really awesome to get to know all of you. I was not planning on doing this like Zoom icebreaker session, and then there were way more people here than I thought. I was like, cool, we get to know everybody. We'll try to make you guys feel included. So thanks for coming out. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to send it in the group me, send an email to anyone on the exec board. And hopefully we'll get to see y'all in a couple weeks, but we will be on Zoom again. If you guys, still can't make it. Tonight's meeting, I forgot to record until like halfway through, but in the future, hopefully I remember. Thank you all for coming out. Does anyone have any other quick questions before we all bounce? Alrighty, guys, see you in a couple weeks.